I now invite Shri Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury ji to deliver his acceptance speech on behalf of the awardees.
Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs Arjun Meghal ji has left the venue because of his preoccupation with Lucknow. Honorable jury committee members, honorable members of Parliament, Chairman of the Sansad Ratna Awards Committee, Shri K. Srinivasan, President of the committee, Advocate Priyadarshini Rahul ji, office bearers of the committee, honored invitees and media professionals. Let me seize the opportunity of expressing my immense pleasure as the committee has been indulgent and gracious enough upon me while bestowing the prestigious award. And naturally, it is a moment of exhilaration, ecstasy, and exuberance. For me, at the same time, I am also proud of having in the midst of the parliamentary luminaries who have been awarded today. See, it is indeed noteworthy that it was at the insistence of Dr. Abdul Kalam, one of the illustrious sons of the nation, that Prime Point Foundation and E-Magazine Presence started recognizing and facilitating members on the basis of their work in Parliament since 2009. See, as we know that we are a democratic country, and in every occasion we used to espouse the values of a democracy. Yes, Parliament is certainly recognized as the bedrock of democratic governance. And if we talk about democracy, then practically we have inherited the core values of our civilization to the path of democracy. And that civilization, since the very beginning of its civilizational enterprise, has always remained with the value of plurality. It has never accepted any singularity. God, religion, our philosophy, our metaphysics, our language, our custom, cuisine, costumes, everywhere we will find the values of pluralities. So even Hinduism is a major religion in our country. It consists of 4 Vedas, millions of gods, 18 Upanishads, 6 schools of classical thought, 4 Purusharthas. Naturally, India as a country and also as a civilization, we can easily claim is an unending celebration of human pluralism. Pluralism accommodates differences, and the differences in its turn embody and enact a dissent. They are like the crux of our democratic institutions. Even in Ramayana, we may witness dialogue or debates. India is called as an argumentative society. And since centuries, we are nurturing in our culture, in our tradition, in our convention. Debate, dissent, dialogue, and disagreement. Even with the virtue of assimilating and accepting divergent views. Sometimes I find myself in a little quandary of who is enemy and who is adversary. Because the distinction between enemy and adversary sometimes is blurred. In our parliament, in the chamber of parliament every day, we enter only to convey the pains, agony, sufferings, trials, tribulations of the common people so as to flag the attention of the concerned government, whosoever may be. And there we debate, discuss, disagree. But once we come out from that chamber, we used to embrace one another. We used to extend our hand of friendship to one another. There is no quarrel, no enmity we have ever experienced. And this is, I think, the beauty of our democratic institutions. So, a criticism which is an inherent part of our democratic mechanism, as has been espoused by Prime Minister himself. Criticism to a government, whosoever in position, should not be construed as a conspiracy against a nation. We should distinguish the practice of ethically responsible patriotism from the politics of hyper-nationalism. We should distinguish from democratic behavior from an wholesale acceptance of any narcissist political leader with the arrogance of majoritarianism. So there lies the success of our democracy. I think that India has been long cherishing, practicing, nurturing the values of a democracy. And not only that, we have carved out a niche in the Committee of Nations due to this values of our holy land. See, we have traversed a long path, long evolutionary path to come over here. In 1648, the Westphalia Agreement took place. Since then, from Westphalia to Weimar to Westminster model, we have come up over age in order to mature our democratic institutions. But I think in order to continue and sustain the ethos of democracy, we need to have democrat. First of all, we have to be democrat before espousing the ethos of democracy. See, it is the country where history recorded that in the 6th century, we have an experiment with representative governance. Yes. We have borrowed from the world the noble concept while framing our constitution. We have borrowed parliamentary democracy from United Kingdom, borrowed independent judiciary and fundamental rights from USA, borrowed democratic principle from Ireland, borrowed the concept of republic, equality, liberty, and fraternity from France, concurrent list from Australia. So we have never been tired of acquiring noble ideas from any parts of the world. According to our Ved, it is exhorted that Ano Bhadra Kradvuyantu Pasyate. That means let noble ideas come from different directions. So we have had some time Lichavi Republic, Kapilavastu Republic, Kalinga Republic, and in the modern times also, we have borrowed liberally to strengthen and bolster our democratic institutions. I know that there is time constant. We are very much habituated of expressing our view during 0 hour in Parliament. So we are all accustomed to that time constraint. So in a couple of minutes, I shall be finishing my speech. I am delighted to note that the awardees are from both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, from various states and from different political parties. I have personally worked with Shri Sudhir Gupta in the Public Accounts Committee, Shri Vijayasai Reddy and Shri Jayant Sinha, who is a erudite personality, who are the chairperson of Standing Committee on Transport, Tourism, Culture and Finance respectively, are also my colleague. The award have been confirmed upon the outstanding cumulative performance in the current Lok Sabha. I congratulate Shri T.K. Rangarajan, former Rajya Sabha MP and senior CPM leader, for being conferred Dr. Abul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award. Abul Kalam Azad is recognized by the people of the country as a missile man of this land, who exhorted us, accept your past without regret. Handle your presence with confidence and face your future without fear. So I must pay my reverence to the feet of Dr. Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam. And at this juncture, I thought it prudent to quote from the famous speech made by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in the Lok Sabha on 28th March 1957, that is exactly 62 years ago, which is of relevance and worthy of being recalled. Here we have the sovereign, I quote, here we have the sovereign authority of India responsible for the country's governance. Surely, there can be no higher responsibility or greater privilege than to be a member of this sovereign body, which is responsible for the fate of the vast number of human beings who live in this country. All of us, if not always, at any rate, from time to time, must have felt this high sense of responsibility and destiny to which we had been called. Whether we are worthy of it or not is another matter. Last but not the least, I am hailing from the state West Bengal. And you know that the great Hindu monk and philosopher Swami Vivekananda ji was born in the soil of West Bengal. He exhorted us that strength is life, weakness is death. Expansion is life, contraction is death. Love is life, hatred is death. Again, I extend my all-out thanks and congratulations to all the members who are present in this august house, including the organizers who have been endeavoring since 2009 to encourage the parliamentarians by awarding the Sansad Ratna, because certainly it will always afford some sorts of moral booster which may further sharpen our parliamentary skills. We are living in an age of cutthroat competition. So certainly, after having the award, I must try for having more award like my sister Gabid, because today I have been enticed to see that she has been receiving awards on a trot, one after another in succession. So certainly, I shall certainly exhaust all my resources to further earn the award from this organization. Thank you.